What if a single choice, one that seems simple, almost trivial, could reveal the deepest truths of your soul? Imagine, for a moment, that you're standing before an old wooden table lit by a soft, warm light, as if time itself had paused just for you. And there, right in front of your eyes, rest three mysterious bottles. They're unopened. They're not ordinary. Each one holds a secret. Each one whispers a different promise, as if they knew something about you, something even you have forgotten. You study their shapes. They're beautiful, strange, almost magical. Your gaze lingers on them as if recognizing a symbol from far away, from a place deeper than logic. And that's where the real question arises. Which of these bottles calls to you? Which one vibrates with your inner self, as if saying, "I'm yours. I belong to you"? Because what you're about to experience isn't a game. It's not fortune-telling, nor superstition. It's a direct encounter with your unconscious, that hidden part of your psyche that rarely speaks, but guides you more than you realize. Carl Gustav Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist and father of depth psychology, believed that the human mind doesn't speak only through words, but through symbols. Universal symbols, archetypes, patterns that appear in myths, in dreams, in ancient cultures, and that still resonate deep within every human being. These bottles before you are just that, archetypes disguised as objects. They're not containers of glass, they're mirrors, mirrors of the soul. What you choose won't be random. It's not about color, size, or shape. It's about intuition. It's about projection. It's about that mysterious connection, that silent moment when your spirit whispers, "Yes, this one's mine." And in that quiet pull lies a message, a hidden reflection of your inner world. A part of you that you may have left behind, that you may have forgotten, but that today wants to speak again. So I ask you to do something important. Take a deep breath. Let go of logic, of hurry, of the day's noise. Let your eyes rest on these bottles without overthinking. Feel. Observe. Listen to what your heart is whispering. Because the choice you make right now isn't small. It's a doorway leading straight into yourself. A journey into the deepest layers of your identity. And once you've made your choice, get ready, because what you'll hear next might surprise you, maybe even shake you. But one thing is certain. It will reveal a side of you that perhaps no one else knows, a side even you may have forgotten. So stay with me until the end of this video. What follows is not a prediction of your future. It's a symbolic map of your present. A psychological mirror reflecting what beats within you. The three bottles are here, waiting, each one with its own light, its own shadow, its own secret. Will you choose the clarity of intellect, the mystery of alchemy, or the nobility of loyalty and inner strength? The answer is already inside you, and together we're about to discover it. Now. If your eyes were instantly drawn to the first bottle, the one made of bright yellow glass, with delicate blue swirls wrapping around its body, topped by a spiral-shaped cap, then you've answered a very particular call. This isn't about aesthetics. It's not because you simply find yellow attractive, or because the design looks elegant. No, it's something far deeper. This bottle shines not just with color, but with meaning. The yellow that illuminates it is the color of light, of clarity, of truth that dissolves shadows. It represents a relentless search for answers, that almost insatiable need to understand how the world works, to uncover what others accept without question. If you chose this bottle, you're likely one of those people who never settle for, "That's just how it is." You always ask why. You always want to go deeper. Your mind doesn't rest until it finds the root of every mystery. The blue swirls moving through the glass are like your own thoughts, always in motion, spiraling inward and outward at once, expanding, connecting ideas, seeing patterns where others only see chaos. That's your gift, turning confusion into clarity, transforming complexity into understanding, translating the abstract into knowledge that lights not only your path, but also that of those around you. But this gift comes with a special sensitivity. Yellow isn't only light, it's also a warning. Those who carry this archetype often shine brightest in the darkness. You inspire others. You point the way. Yet that same light makes you more vulnerable to disappointment. You've probably felt it before. The frustration of meeting people who don't share your depth, your hunger for growth, your need to do things with integrity. Sometimes that difference leaves you feeling lonely, even misunderstood. The spiral-shaped cap holds another clue about your inner world. The spiral is an ancient symbol of evolution, of journeys that return to the same place, but never in the same way. We always come back, but each time with greater awareness. That's your life, cyclical, reflective. You don't fear your past. You revisit it, analyze it, and learn from it, with the same passion you use to seek truth in the present. This ability for self-observation, for self-criticism, makes you rare and valuable. People often come to you for advice, maybe without knowing exactly why, but they sense something in you, a kind of wisdom, a clarity they lack. And they're right. You see invisible connections. You perceive what others overlook. However, your gift is also a burden. Sometimes you think too much. You carry the weight of every possibility on your shoulders, and the fear of not meeting your own expectations. You're not built to live halfway. You live with purpose. You want every step to matter, every action to align with your ideals. And though that can exhaust you, you keep going, because you know your light, even if not everyone understands it, is needed. You might be a writer, a teacher, a scientist, or an artist. Or maybe none of those labels fit completely. What's certain is that you're a translator of complexity, someone who turns chaos into meaning, who opens roads where others see walls. And though you sometimes hide your vulnerability behind a clever remark or a smile in moments of doubt, your inner truth keeps shining through. Because you are both light and fragility, both structure and emotion. And here's the intriguing question. What would happen if you let the world see both your brilliance and your vulnerability? Maybe that's where your greatest magnetism lies, in the power to inspire not just through your intelligence, but through your humanity. If you chose the first bottle, it means you're not here for an average life. You're here to illuminate, to be like that bottle, clear, intentional, radiant. Now tell me, did you recognize yourself in these words? Did this description speak directly to you? Leave a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else who, like you, is searching for clarity in the midst of confusion. If your gaze stopped at the second bottle, that sphere of glass made of colorful fragments, like a mosaic suspended in time, framed in bronze tones and crowned by a dark orb at the top, then you've answered the call of the unseen. This choice doesn't speak of surface attraction. It speaks of your soul, of that profound side of you that perceives what many ignore. This bottle doesn't shine with absolute clarity. It isn't transparent or direct. Its beauty lies in its mystery. It reflects light in fragments, as if every piece of glass were holding its own story. That's who you are, a person made of both broken and luminous experiences. someone who learned to rebuild themselves, creating a complete masterpiece out of scattered pieces. Your sensitivity is your greatest treasure. You can feel energy in places. You can read silences. You notice the vibration in a look or the hesitation in a voice. You don't need solid proof to sense when something's off. You simply know. And though some may call it suspicion, you know it's intuition. That ability to see beyond the surface makes you a unique observer, someone who perceives the invisible. Like the mosaic glass that forms the bottle, your personality is shaped by memories, loves, losses, lessons, and scars. Some pieces are dark, others shine, but together they create a design that can't be replicated. You are that mosaic, complex, deep, impossible to imitate. Your life hasn't been easy. You've faced challenges that left marks, moments that could have broken you, but you refused to be a victim. You chose to become an alchemist, turning pain into strength, wounds into glowing scars, and falls into rebirths. That ability to rise again is what makes you extraordinary. You are living proof that suffering can transform into wisdom. It's no surprise that you feel drawn to the spiritual, to ancient symbols, rituals, and the signs that others dismiss. To you, dreams aren't random nighttime images. They're messages. Synchronicities aren't coincidences. They're guides. You speak a language not everyone understands, the language of the soul. People often trust you without knowing why. They share their secrets, seek your advice, find in your presence a safe mirror in which they can see themselves. Not because you judge, but because you listen. Your energy offers shelter. Still, you protect your inner world fiercely. The dark orb atop the bottle represents that sacred space you keep only for yourself. It's not a hiding place of shame. It's a temple, an inner sanctuary you guard, because there lives your truest essence. You're creative by nature. Maybe you write, paint, design, cook, or simply have a gift for turning chaos into beauty. You don't need a stage or a spotlight. Your work, your energy, your very way of being in the world is eloquent enough. Your voice doesn't always shout, but your presence speaks volumes. Yet, like every gift, yours carries a challenge. You sometimes carry memories that aren't entirely yours, ancestral wounds, family patterns, cultural burdens that echo through you. At times you isolate yourself, closing off to heal in silence. And while that retreat may look like loneliness, it's actually regeneration. Just as night restores the starry sky, you too need darkness to shine again. The mosaic bottle reminds you that you are both light and shadow, fragility and power. That your sensitivity isn't weakness, it's your key to deep understanding. That your mystery isn't a wall, it's a bridge to the sacred. Now tell me, did you recognize yourself in these words? Did this description speak to that side of you few people ever see? Share it in the comments. Your story, your personal alchemy, might inspire others who are also trying to transform their pain into strength. If your attention was immediately drawn to the third bottle, the one of deep emerald green, adorned with delicate golden details and topped with a stopper fit for royalty, then your soul has chosen the path of inner strength, loyalty, and honor. This bottle doesn't need to shine with extravagant colors to draw attention. Its presence alone radiates respect, stability, and purpose. And so do you, someone who doesn't need to shout to be heard, someone whose very presence inspires trust. The deep green of this bottle speaks of growth, healing, and emotional balance. It mirrors that calm energy within you, the kind that steadies others, offering shelter when storms rise. You are the person people turn to when everything seems to be falling apart, because with you, there is strength, balance, and trust. Your essence is that of a guardian, a protector who never abandons those they love. The golden edges running along the bottle symbolize nobility and tradition. They reflect your connection to your roots, your values, and a legacy you hold dear and defend with conviction. You're not someone who gets carried away by trends or fleeting ideas. You stand by what you believe is right, even if it means going against the current. Your dignity and sense of justice are your compass. It's no surprise that you often find yourself in the role of mediator, counselor, or pillar within your family or circle. Even when you don't seek leadership, others see it in you, and they're not wrong. You are a leader, but not one who dominates or imposes. You lead by example through integrity and consistent action. That's your real power. Coherence. But being a guardian isn't an easy burden to bear. Carrying the weight of protecting, sustaining, and staying calm for others can be exhausting. And you often do it silently, without allowing yourself to show your fatigue or doubts. Maybe you were taught early on that vulnerability equals weakness. But the truth is quite the opposite. Your ability to feel deeply, to love fiercely, is what makes your strength authentic. Your greatest challenge is learning to take off your armor from time to time, to accept that you too deserve support. Because behind that strong facade beats a heart full of tenderness, longing for genuine, loyal love. You're not someone who opens the doors of your soul easily, but when you do, you give everything. And that's why betrayal cuts you deeper than most. Loyalty isn't just a value for you, it's part of your essence. And when it's not returned, the pain is immense. But don't mistake that pain for weakness. It doesn't diminish your worth, it magnifies it. Because even in hurt, you continue choosing honor over revenge, dignity over deceit. That is the greatness of the noble guardian. To stay true to one's essence, even when the world around collapses. Your purpose in life isn't merely to exist. You're here to embody something greater: justice, protection, honesty, and strength that inspires without imposing. You are like that emerald bottle, solid, beautiful, intentional. A reminder that true power lies not in domination, but in serving with integrity. Now tell me, did you recognize yourself in this description? Did it speak to the way you love, protect, and stand firm, even when few notice? Leave a comment below. Your story might give strength to someone else who silently carries the same noble duty: to protect, to hold, to love without breaking. Now that you've seen the 3 bottles, and your intuition has chosen one of them, it's time to understand something essential. No choice is ever random. What caught your attention, what drew you for no logical reason, is actually a mirror of your inner world. Each bottle is a reflection, an archetype that speaks through color, form, and symbol. The first bottle, the Luminous Intellectual, represents clarity, insatiable curiosity, and a mind that transforms chaos into knowledge. The second, the Mystic Alchemist, reveals deep sensitivity, powerful intuition, and the ability to turn pain into strength and beauty. The third, the Noble Guardian, embodies loyalty, dignity, and the steady power of protection and integrity. And though each archetype seems different, all share something profound. They reveal the greatness that already lives within you. Your choice wasn't a whim, it was a reminder, a whisper from your unconscious saying, "This is who you are right now." Carl Jung believed that symbols awaken what sleeps within us. And today, these bottles have done exactly that. They've touched hidden strings of your psyche, bringing forgotten truths back into awareness. Maybe you discovered something you already suspected, or maybe you were surprised to recognize a side of yourself you hadn't seen in years. That's the beauty of this kind of test. It doesn't predict your future. It reveals your present. It helps you see what's alive inside you, waiting to be acknowledged, understood, integrated. So the question now is, what will you do with this revelation? Will you let it pass as a fleeting moment of curiosity, or will you use it as a map to understand yourself better, to grow, to heal, to live more truthfully aligned with who you really are? The choice is yours, because there are no right or wrong answers here. What matters is the awareness that awakens in you. The bottle you chose is just a symbol, but what it means to you can shape how you live, how you love, and how you face the world from now on. So I invite you to reflect. Did you feel identified with the description of your bottle? Was there a phrase that seemed to speak directly to your heart? If so, share it in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone who's also searching for their own reflection, someone who's ready to meet the side of themselves that's been waiting to be seen. And if this journey felt revealing, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more deep psychology content, and share it with someone who might need to discover the hidden part of their soul today. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive, listen to the voice within, and never stop exploring the symbols that give shape to your spirit.